Okay, folks, I'm standing here right now in the Valley of Ajlan. The Valley of Ajlan. This is where the moon stood still during the battle, Joshua fighting 5 kings of the Amorites who tried to take him out. Now, Joshua spoke to the Lord and said, Lord, I need the sun to stand still over here in the over where he was fighting over in Gibeon. And he said, I need the moon to stand still in the Valley of Ajlan, which is where I'm at. Now, believe it or not, this was, before 1967, this was the nation of Jordan. But after 67 war, the wall came down over there on that ridge, and this became part of Israel. Now, did this really happen? I know it says it in the book of Joshua, chapter 10, but some people would challenge and say, oh, come on, the sun and the moon can't stand still. But according to Cambridge researchers and Ugaritic writings and Chinese writings, the Cambridge researchers announced that they have pinpointed the very date of this biblical account of Joshua stopping the sun and the moon, which they say happened on October 30th, 1207 BC. That's 3,220 some years ago. This is an incredible thing that now we have historical accounts. The Chinese wrote it in their documents. The Ugaritic read it. The Bible accounts for it. We also know that it was also recorded by the Egyptians. So it happened. But what caused it to happen? You guys know we've been talking about Planet X, Nibiru, this binary system that's coming. And according to Immanuel Velikovsky, it has to be because as Planet X is coming by the outskirts of our solar system, it's going to wreak a lot of havoc. Not only will you have Joshua's longest day caused by this, but it also could have caused Hezekiah for the sun to go back 10 degrees. It also could have caused many other events took place in the Bible. Now, Jesus said before he comes back in Luke 21:25, there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming up on the earth, for the powers of heaven will be shaken. Okay? Then shall they see the sign of the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. When these things begin to come to pass, he said, look out, look up, lift up your head, your redemption draws nigh. So, having said that, remember what the Bible says in Genesis 1:14. God said he created the sun and the moon for the light of the day and the night, and for signs, prophetic signs and seasons, or divine appointments, and for days and years, or calendars. So if he did it for these things, would the stopping of the sun and the moon be a sign? Absolutely. And it also says in Joshua, this is the only time in the Bible history that a man spoke to the Lord to do something, and the Bible says, and the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man. Nowhere else do we read that in the Bible, okay? Nowhere else. So this is an incredible location here, the Valley of Ajlan, here in the land of Israel. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing valley. And just over the ridge is where the battle actually took place. And God sent down the hailstone. So what brought the hailstones? Again, in the book written by Immanuel Velikovsky called Worlds in Collision, he said that as the planet, based on other documentations of other ancient civilizations, that mighty hailstones fell on the earth during the passing of Planet X. Folks, this was 3,220 some years ago, and it's coming back again. And we're already starting to feel the effects of it. We're living in these last days. So I hope you enjoy this YouTube video. I'm going to give you some more today as we go. We're here in the land of Israel with Israel Hall and my wife Heidi and Kristen, and we're continuing to report to you from the Promised Land.